Kenya is currently facing a constitutional crisis, first because there's no deputy president, and second because the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, shortened as Iebc, is not functional. This leaves Kenyans wondering what will happen to their country should anything happen to President William Ruto, that he may not be able to continue with his term. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was removed from office, first by the Lower House National Assembly, that voted overwhelmingly in support of his impeachment motion, and the Upper House Senate that impeached him after they found him guilty of 5 charges out of the 11 that he was accused of. Some of the mistakes that Gachagua allegedly committed that rendered him unfit for the deputy president position include money laundering, insubordination, corruption, bullying public officers, practicing ethnically divisive politics, threatening a judge, among others. President William Ruto moved first to nominate the Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki to replace Gachagua, but the matter is at the court to determine whether it's right for Gachagua to be kicked out of office or not. Renowned lawyer Danstan Omari said in an interview that this process could take up to 3 years, meaning Gachagua will most likely be Kenya's deputy president till the end of Ruto's term, and Kindiki will have no right to be Kenya's second in command as long as the matter is in court. In normal circumstances, if something happens to a president of a particular country, his deputy takes off as the head of state. But now what will happen to Kenya? Aldai constituency member of parliament Marianne Kitany answered this question in a way to show that Kenya is not at a good place in case a new president is needed. She said in an interview that, in this case, the country will be handed over to the third arm of government. The speaker will be required to arrange for an election within 60 days, but in this case without IEBC. Quoting what she said, "We don't have a functioning IEBC today. Assuming anything were to happen to the president and we don't have a deputy president, then the country is taken into the third arm, which is the speaker who within 60 days is supposed to call for an election without IEBC. That is pure constitutional crisis." So what happened to IEBC? The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission is currently without a chairperson and commissioners, despite the continued operation of its secretariat. The courts ruled that the lack of commissioners rendered the actions of the commission illegal, as it is not legally constituted. This also poses a risk to the preparations of the future elections, because the absence of commissioners will prevent the declaration of election dates and other necessary policy decisions. For example, since Banisa constituency MP Kulo Maalim's passing in March 2023, the constituents have been without representation in the National Assembly, simply because there are no commissioners in IEBC. In addition to these, 2024 marks the 12th year since Kenya's last boundary delimitation process, which is required by the Constitution. IEBC is supposed to review names and boundaries of electoral areas at intervals of not less than 8 years and not more than 12 years. This essential exercise is in jeopardy due to lack of commissioners, and we may risk failing to meet constitutional timelines. President William Ruto in February 2023 appointed a selection panel tasked with recruiting a chairperson and members of IEBC. Despite advertising the position requirements, the panel did not proceed with shortlisting or interviewing candidates, likely due to political tensions. Calls for a review of the selection panel of the IEBC and commissioner appointment process were raised during the Azimio la Umoja protests from March to July 2023. And since then, Kenyans have not been told what was decided as the way forward. What do you guys think about this? Is Kenya headed in the right direction, or we are actually facing a constitutional crisis? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe. See you on the next one.